Yeah, we just wrapped up here in San Fran. Tricky weekend really. Finished up in 7th place, which, you know, for the team this season, it's been such a strong start, and we've had 3 podiums. Obviously just missed out on it in LA last weekend. In a venue like San Fran, where the course is quite open, when the leaders get that initial jump, it's quite hard. It was a hard venue to claw back positions, which I think is what we saw really this weekend. You know, for the teams that got clean around Mark 1 and managed to stretch their legs, it actually looked like quite a simple racetrack. Probably the most space we've seen on most race courses, and just for the guys out there, it was kind of brutal being in the pack. If you miss 1 or 2 crosses or not crosses, you have to duck a few boats, and then before you know it, you're right back into the dogfight of the fleet. And we had a lot of that this weekend. Yeah, it just felt like I think everyone summarised it well, a weekend where you couldn't really catch a break or get out of our own way at times. But it's definitely worked. You know, it's a long season, and if we've had one event which has not been great out of 5, then, you know, it shows what a good job everyone's doing, and still in a very good position going forward, and looking forward to bouncing back in Rio. Yeah, the overall leaderboard, it's still a nice thing to look at for the team, 2nd overall, and I think just a point behind the leaders. You look at the season, it's so many events now. There's people picking up damage points, penalty points. So although it's been a tough weekend of racing, to come away unscathed on those departments and still in a position to be fighting for the top of the table by the next event in Rio, I think is actually it's a good place to be. Yeah, Rio's probably just a little bit over a month away now, so it feels like it's been a real busy couple of weeks with LA last weekend straight into this one. It's been quite full on for everyone involved. So now there's a decompression period to review what we've learned from this weekend, and, you know, what the key priorities are. And albeit that it's a very different venue, Rio. So here we've had one of the most open race courses. Rio, you know, we're going to see some tidal influence and probably some land effects, probably a smaller race course. So although pulling apart this weekend, and there'll be a lot of things that we can tidy up, obviously the priority will then turn, how do we win in that venue as opposed to San Fran.